everyone, so today I am here with Cece from Dymond Shoes and Accessories. We've also got...
we've got Hero, our little mascot. She
How
had to be
adorable.
involved. Don't leave me out.
So yeah, do you want to tell me a bit about what it is you do?
Yeah, well, I supply and embellish wedding shoes. So I've got real Cinderella idol. She's my dream. As you can tell, I love all of the glitz and the glam. So we offer quality brands, and if you want to add a touch of, your own personality, you add a touch of sparkle. I mean, we can certainly provide the sparkle. So yeah, I just like to add to wedding shoes, or if you just want something really classic, really simple, I have some of the best brands available, and always looking for new and exciting brands to be able to offer.
Amazing.
I also offer handmade hair accessories.
Beautiful.
Basically anything
You've
that's
got a really
girly,
nice collection.
girly and fiddly, that's what I like. If it takes forever but it's pretty, then chances
It's
are
worth it.
I do
It's
it.
worth it.
It always takes me longer though, especially when I'm doing my shoes, like this pair for example. This probably could have been done in half the time, but when you've got a mirror in front of your workstation, you just find yourself just like, ooh, sparkles.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have found myself going back to these shoes quite a few times because they're just stunning.
They're definitely eye-catching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do people bring their own shoes to you, or do you
They
supply
can
the
do.
shoes?
Yeah,
Or...
bit of both actually.
Okay.
So we have our Dymond's collection, which are just ready to wear. So that's just styles that I've wanted to play with. So I'll pick a shoe size, pick a shoe style, new product, new materials, and just have fun. And then the finished product is available to buy. Or if you say, I've been on your website, I've seen your brands, I want this, but can you add that? Totally do that. Or if you just want the customizing service, then send me your shoes, and we'll do exactly the same thing, but on your own shoes.
Yeah, because I know when I chose my wedding shoes, I found it really hard to find the shoes that were most comfy, but with the style I like. So what I could have done was found the really comfy shoes. And then gone, right,
like
do
if
your
you've got,
thing.
so I've got a pair like this pair is I've had these for about 10 years, and they were like navy blue, and they were ready to go in the bin. But I can't get rid of shoes, so just give them new life. So whether it's for your wedding or for date night, for prom, we can.
Any
don't say good if they're, because when you find that perfect heel.
Yeah.
Like I love heel height, but they're sometimes a bit wobbly. So when you find a pair and you're like, oh my god, I want to wear these forever, I can't say goodbye. I have a very underwhelming shoe collection. People think, oh, you must have loads. I really don't, which is why I need to run a business for shoes, so I can live that fantasy. Because especially since having the kids, I actually just live in 2 pairs now. And then there's that rare occasion we have date night, and I'm like, right, what can I wear? Like something like that.
The excitement of choosing.
Every time I make myself a pair of shoes, though, so the top 3 are mine. And I make them for like one was a bridesmaid shoe and whatever. Oh no, that's not mine. Anyway, and then I want to wear them to the events. So I go to a lot of wedding fairs or prom nights and things like that. And Stuart, my partner / husband, so he's oh, you need to show off the shoe. You need to put it on the table. It's like, so what am I gonna wear? So I actually go to these wedding events wearing perfectly fine normal shoes. It's like, but those are mine. At one event we went to, there was we were sort of on this mezzanine floor, and the catwalk was going on, and I was watching the brides do the catwalk thing, and I was filming it like really clever, and I'm going to put this all over my Instagram and all my social media, and then just me in the back going, those are my shoes! It was like a proud mum moment, like when your kid's on stage, like I made
But
things.
it is.
Because they just pop, like you
can
can't
switch
help but
effort
feel
and
proud.
time, don't you? Put it into
And to
making
see
these
them in
shoes.
action, it's so much fun, because obviously when you're making them you have this idea, like with this pair, like they've got that red glitter on the sole, and when you see someone else wearing them you get that pop of colour. It's like, oh, it works, it does work.
And visions come together.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. So what's the biggest job you've ever had? Like, have you had to use like a huge amount of diamonds?
So I had a bride who had one of my most favourite themes. She was so good. She wanted the shoes, but she didn't really know what she wanted to do with them, blah blah blah. All she said was, the theme for my wedding is celestial, which I thought, ooh, the colours in that.
Yeah.
And I sent her the spec of what I imagined that to mean, and you know, blues and blacks and this and that. And she's like, oh, I'm not sure about the black, but I trust you.
Yeah.
And it just worked. But that was the biggest job because of all the different rhinestone sizes.
Okay.
I stopped counting at 6,000.
Oh my god.
Like, and it's not just, I don't sit and count rhinestones, I'm not that sad. I just know that it would have been that much because I had to order 7.
Yeah, you get through the bags and stuff, didn't you?
And it was such a big job because especially when you're using different sizes and different colours, you never want a cluster of one colour or one size because it just looks really, it just doesn't look very sleek. It needs to be consistent throughout. So what people don't realise is, you know, when you're doing these multicoloured style, I never like to use one flat colour or one flat size. I think it can look too linear. So there's lots of sizes, lots of colours, but there's a ratio to it. So it's literally me at my desk going 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 1.
It's like Morse code.
It's like, oh my god. Yeah, so yeah, husband comes in going, what are you talking about? Shh, 4, 4, 4. There's a code. There's a pattern.
Yeah.
Which when you start and you've done that much, you think, yeah, I can totally rock this.
Have you got a picture of these shoes?
I do. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, send a picture and I'll put it in between this bit so you can actually see what the... So when placing an order, placing an order, what you call it?
Yeah.
Booking you to do a job. How soon do they need to get in touch with you?
So I always ask for about 3 to 5 weeks. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that that's how long it'll take, but it's just about how many projects I have going on at that one time.
Yeah.
So it's 3 to 5 weeks, or I just say, sorry, the books are full. No, I'm not there yet. One day I'll have to say that.
Getting there now.
At the moment, we're looking at 3 to 5 weeks.
Yeah.
But the turnarounds can be quite a bit quicker.
So is it better to do it like a few months before the wedding, if you've got a wedding, for example, or a prom?
I always think it's ideal, especially with weddings, to have your shoes definitely by the last dress fitting.
Yes.
Not just for heel heights, because obviously you've got to fix the hem and all that, but also to make sure any embellishment doesn't catch on the material. Okay. And that is something that I've seen brides forget, especially when they go for these big glass flower embellishments, which became quite popular with the Cinderella film. Yeah. And it is stunning, but that type of embellishment is sharp. And if you've got tulle or a nice delicate silk, you're going to be catching all day long.
Snag on it
now,
straight away.
most of I can't think of an embellishment that I have, because I always like mine to be quite flat.
Yeah.
And especially the pearls, they're really soft. But it's just something to consider. So if you can get your shoes sorted before that last dress fitting, that's the ideal.
It's not just diamonds, so I'm looking here now. So these are pearls, are they?
Yes, pearls.
Oh my word, they are absolutely stunning. So I didn't even think that was something that could be done, but
pearls are fantastic. My first pair of shoes were pearl shoes with the occasional rhinestone, and that's kind of how it all started. It was this sort of colour with a little bit more pink.
Yeah.
And that started when my friend was looking for her wedding dress, and we found it, and it was perfect. And it had a really unusual blush sort of undertone to it. It wasn't a pink dress, but there was a warmness. Warmness? I can't speak English. A warmness to it. And I, being the shoe girl that I am, was like, I am buying your shoes. I will find. I couldn't find anything. Either everything was Jimmy Choo and well out of my price range, or it was just fine. Yeah. But like, she's one of my BFFs, and fine just doesn't cut it.
No, definitely not. No.
So being somewhat crafty, I thought I'm gonna play with ideas. There was a couple of epic fails. But I found the pearls really just worked, and it added a softness to the blush dress, because I felt ivory would be a bit too harsh. They took a long time.
Looking in there now, there is some tiny pearls in
and there's 2 different colours. Like, now, even though that doesn't scream 2 colours, you've got ivory and you've got a champagne in there. Yeah. And again, I think if you have a flat colour, it can look, in my opinion, a little bit cheap. Yeah. I think having 2 sizes or 2 colours at least just adds a certain, I don't know, makes it look more intricate, a little bit more expensive.
Yeah,
they're not
definitely.
expensive.
I think it's so clever. No, it's absolutely stunning. I love them.
Those that get a lot of attention.
Yeah, they are beautiful. I've got Ascot coming up. Oh, I'm going to have to get some shoes.
And a matching handbag?
And a matching handbag. So you do all sorts of accessories with it as well?
Yeah, so obviously the shoes are my passion, but we do hair accessories, we do handbags. So the handbags are actually supplied through Rainbow Club, and they can be dyed and colour matched to the shoes as well, of course. But if you wanted to add, we have a purse that's got that floral trim. If you wanted to add a bit of diamante, even to your own existing,
you can match it up to your shoes.
Yeah. So I had a bridesmaid come to me in December, and they all had their navy blue handbags, their emergency kits and whatnot, and she just wanted a touch of sparkle. So yeah, send it this way. I can add sparkle.
So what we're going to do now is a little 1-minute challenge for a little bit of fun. We've got some sparkly bits here, and we're going to see how many we can get to stay on our face in a minute.
We're going to give our face the Dymond's treatment.
Yeah. Everybody needs this.
We all
it's
need
not
sparkle.
a service that she offers.
I don't offer this service, no. This is just for you.
Yeah.
This is something special for you.
And for your entertainment.
Your entertainment, yeah. And if any makeup artists want any tips, feel free to get in touch.
Perfect.
Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. You ready?
Go.
Go. Has it got to look pretty?
I mean, everything I do looks pretty.
I'm going to say mine doesn't.
I think the big ones might be a good idea. Oh no! No!
Oh my god, try not to laugh.
You're definitely better at this. Is this a good idea for me?
We're never going to pick these off the floor for like the next half an hour.
Oh, that's just my life. I just live in gems. They're the big ones. I meant to do that. I didn't want to do that. It's more of a balancing act than anything else.
Yeah, so if we just keep our heads up.
Yeah, like always look up. Never look down on people. This is
It's a quote for life.
Chin up.
Oh.
I'm liking your look. Yours is...
I look like I just walked into a diamond. Oh, we got 4 seconds.
Oh my god!
3 seconds. 2 seconds. Done. Oh, we look fabulous.
How are you getting them to stay on your face? Because I cannot lower my head.
Oh dear.
This is my new look now.
Yay.
This is my new look. Every day you'll see me like this.
I think you look fabulous.
I do, I
You
look
definitely
good.
do school run like that later.
Do you know what? I think I can pull this off. I mean, I can't look at you in the eye because I can't lower my face, but yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, perfect. Oh, I think we developed that.
Ready, drop.
I'm not dropping. I'm okay. Oh God, what's wrong with me? Oh dear. Oh well, thank you so much for having me. It's been really good fun. And thank you for watching. And I'll put all of her details below on a website or dropping. So you've got all the details of contact, Facebook, websites, etc., etc. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.